So in this video we're going to discuss the tools and materials for week 4 of Challenge 50 version 3. That's tools and materials 31 to 40. So tool 31 is the Mortise Gauge, and the Mortise Gauge is used to mark two lines parallel to the edge of the wood. So it's very similar to a marking gauge, however we have two spurs rather than one, and the distance between those spurs can be adjusted. And as the name would suggest, is very often used for marking out mortise and tenon joints. So tool number 31 is the Mortise Gauge, and it's used for marking two lines parallel to the edge of the wood. Tool number 32 is the tin snips. The tin snips are used to cut sheet metal. They're not strong enough to cut through anything thicker than sheet metal, so they're only used for that. So tool number 32 are the tin snips, and they're used to cut sheet metal. Tool number 33 is the Brazing Hearth, and the Brazing Hearth is used for heating metal for heat treatments. So operations such as brazing, as the name would suggest, will require metal to be heated. Sometimes metal will require to be shaped around an anvil, and to do that we would heat it first on the Brazing Hearth. Other tasks might include heating metal for dip coating. So that's tool number 33 is the Brazing Hearth, and it's used to heat metal for heat treatments. Tool number 34 is the Mortise Chisel, and the Mortise Chisel is used to cut square holes in wood for mortise joints. So it would cut the mortise of a mortise and tenon joint. So there's no sloping angles on the side of the chisel like you would see on a bevel edge chisel. It's much more square and longer, and is used to cut square holes in the timber. So that's tool number 34, the Mortise Chisel, which cuts square holes in wood for mortise joints. Tool number 35 is the hacksaw. The hacksaw is used for cutting metal bar and rod. So the hacksaw is more suited to heavier duty cutting. When it comes to cutting metal, it's not very suitable for cutting sheet metal. So tool number 35 is the hacksaw, and it's used to cut metal bar and rod. Material number 36 is white pine. White pine is a softwood which is pale, creamy yellow in colour. It is cheap and easy to work with. White pine is most commonly used for joinery. So timber frames for ceilings, timber supports in partition walls, things such as that, can also be used in furniture. So material number 36 is white pine. White pine is a softwood which is pale, creamy yellow in colour. It is cheap and easy to work with. Material number 37 is mahogany. Mahogany is a hardwood which is pink to reddish brown in colour. It is expensive and easy to work with. So very commonly used in expensive high-end furniture. Mahogany can be quite difficult to source. It's often found in the rainforest, which makes it quite expensive because of its limited availability. So material number 37 is mahogany. Mahogany is a hardwood which is pink to reddish brown in colour. It is expensive and easy to work with. Material number 38 is chipboard. Chipboard is a manufactured board made by gluing chips and particles of wood together. It's brittle and difficult to shape. So chipboard is very commonly used in furniture. There will often be a veneer applied to the surfaces and edges, so you'd very rarely see chipboard. As we can see it in the picture here, it's normally covered with a veneer, which is a thin layer of a more decorative timber or a thin layer of plastic. So if you think about white or other colours of flat pack furniture that you may buy in places like IKEA, that is commonly chipboard with a veneer applied to it. So material number 38 is chipboard. Chipboard is a manufactured board which is made by gluing wood chips and particles together. It is brittle and difficult to shape. Material number 39 is stainless steel. Stainless steel is a ferrous metal which is grey or silver in colour. It has a high resistance to corrosion and is often used for kitchenware. So because of its high resistance to corrosion, it can withstand being exposed to water and oxygen, which makes it perfect for use in things such as cutlery and other kitchen items. So material number 39 is stainless steel. It is a ferrous metal which is grey or silver in colour. It's a high resistance to corrosion and is used for kitchenware. And finally for this week, material number 40 is nylon. Nylon is a thermoplastic. It is self-lubricating, durable and tough. It's often used for gears, bristles and clothing. The self-lubricating property of nylon is particularly important. This means that nylon is often used for parts which are moving, such as gears or wheels and things such as that, because oil and additional lubrication is not needed. So it makes maintenance of such products easier. So material number 40 is nylon. Nylon is a thermoplastic. It is self-lubricating, durable and tough. It's often used for gears, bristles and clothing.